Hey everybody, Adam Tereska here. What's happening? Today I'm in Galveston, Texas, and I'm about to film and take you on a tour of the Bishop's Palace, formerly known as Gresham Castle. This place was built in 1892. It survived the 1900 hurricanes down here, as well as many others. And today we're going to go take a tour of it and check it out and see how things are going. So let's go get the shot, let's go have some fun, and let's check out Bishop's Palace. Here we are at the corner of Broadway and 14th Street in front of the Bishop's Palace, and starting off with an outside view of the place. This place is massive. I'm actually standing in the grass between the sidewalk and the road because it's so big that you have to get as much space as you can in order to be able to appreciate the size of this place. It's 19,087 square feet interior room. This place is enormous. You can have one heck of a party here, huh? All right, let's go inside and see what they have to offer. Okay, we're down in the basement area of the palace right now, and we're in the gift shop, and there is some really neat looking stuff in here you can get. A little bit of everything for everybody here. Puzzles. Very cool. Nice little variety of stuff down here. This must have been somebody's office down here or something. I'm not sure all the details. I don't see any placards or anything like that, but nevertheless, yeah, it's definitely somebody's office down here. But very nice, spacious area. If you notice how the wall curves, instead of just being squared off. Basically just a little bit of everything for everybody. Some books and stuff to look at. And just a number of just so much to see. Check out some of this stuff. Quills, little journals, stuff like that. Just a nice variety of stuff to do as far as souvenirs go. Very cool. These are neat. The old desk. And a variety more crafts that are made. Check these wind chimes. Are they cool or what? I happened to catch this sign here. I wanted to show you guys this. I'll pan it down slowly so you can read it, but if I go too fast, you can always stop the video and catch up. Interesting little piece of Galveston history right there. You got these old staircases, huh? And you were looking right. It turns as it goes up. Check out this window while we're at it. So many features still original to the home. It's so nice that they keep stuff original, they don't modernize. And it even has placards that tell you which way to start your tour. Check out this room in here real quick. Looks like a sitting area maybe, or something like that. Maybe a closet or something. You got a counter right here. And a little cubby hole here. This is so cool. And there's me. Oh, wow. Where do you begin? You got this beautiful fireplace. Back up. This place is full of surprises. That is a staircase to the left. And yes, we got stained glass. Look at the detail. Lord. Look at the banister. You're not going to find this at Home Depot or Lowe's, I can guarantee you that. It spirals all the way up to the next floor like that. Look at that, that's incredible. Beautiful chandelier. Check out the paintings right within the wall. And there's this one here. And we have this one. As well as this one. look, check out this woodwork. Check out the woodwork here. Look at the detail. These would be the pocket doors. You can see how they slide right on in there. The same over here. And we'll get to this room here momentarily, though. We'll take you over to the sitting room over here. A lot of fireplaces in here. Amazing how many fireplaces are in here. A beautiful piano. That looks like it might, the upper piece may be modern, it may not be, I don't know. There's another one of the older paintings. Look at the detail in the ceiling. I mean, no, not one square inch of this place has been missed when it comes to the details. You got the cherubs up there, or angels or whatever they are. This huge mirror. This beautiful clock. And look at this fireplace, huh? Looks like marble. On these pieces here, you've got two of these. Try to get a different angle here for you so you can get a better shot of them because of the sun coming in the window. But, yeah. Look at that. Back in the day, they did not miss a thing. But even right here in front of the fireplace itself. Gorgeous. Check out the old style shutter system. Again, more intricate detail in the woodwork. Beautiful material here. More stained glass. Okay, this is called the music room. I thought this was a sitting room. This is a music room, which makes sense with the piano being there. Huge windows. And again, as I mentioned before, this is formerly the Gresham Gresham Castle, excuse me. And here shows the music room. This love seat and chair right behind me. I'll show you those in a moment. Walter Gresham, Josephine Van Gresham. One of those beautiful shutters. The light fixture. Mirror. I'm 6'2". I bet you that mirror is 8 foot tall. From bottom to top. I bet you that mirror is 8 foot tall, easy. Original style windows. The woodwork. Still more stained glass. The smaller windows above these huge main windows. And below the windows. And check out the porch. I would think either they went through the window or there's a doorway here that you can go out to this. But look at that. This place is incredible. Here's the chair and the couch on the music room board that explains what the room is. The mixture of dark and light woods is absolutely incredible. I love it. And there's more of those pocket doors. I've always liked stained glass. That is absolutely beautiful. And there's a different variation of the fireplace. Different version of it. Of one that's in this house. This is like the third one I've seen so far. You can see the tile on the floor in front of it. Of course, the beautiful woodwork. They call this the parlor. And here's another view of the side balcony here that looks like you can easily just go through this window, open up the window and go through it to. There you can see the latch right there. They'll slide the window up, maybe brace if need be. You can just walk right out. Here's one of the display boards. More the intricate detailing with the woodwork. Again, that mixture of the lighter woods and the darker woods, which looks absolutely beautiful together. It complements each other beautifully. And of course, all the stained glass. 6 different panels right here in this section alone. Check out the gold leaf. That's on the ceiling. The gold leaf on the ceiling. Yeah, that's amazing. There's a light change in the room here. I noticed that the wood here is all consistent in color here in this particular spot here, so I apologize for that mistake I just made a few minutes ago. But wow. Oh my goodness, this place is incredible. Check out this photo montage here, like paintings, a painting montage I guess you'd call it. And check out the holder itself. And a cool looking chair. Very nice. Now I'm not doing this in actual numerical order. I'm just going at my own pace, at my own will. Those who come down here can check it out any way they want to. I'm just basically going in a circle. Look at these doors. Incredible. This is why if I had to choose between an old house and a new house, I'd definitely take an old house because you can't beat this. Check out the chandelier. Is that not absolutely beautiful or what? That is gorgeous. There's some more decor right here. Some of the books in the bookcase. Beautiful chairs that they would sit in at the time. And here's a view of the front porch area from this window here to the right of the main entrance. I'll get outside later and we'll do a walk around of the porch after I'm done inside. Another of the bookshelves. And then look at the painting. And this one as well. The ceiling. Chandelier. And then the fireplaces. Look at the blue tile on the floor right in front of it. Check out the old clock. Just amazing. Here's some more of that artwork on the walls, as well as a painting of one of the family members. They definitely love their outdoor scenes. These would make great backdrops for train model railroading and everything else, and this is just beautiful. Definitely something you can use as a backdrop if you're running older trains, probably World War I and older. And of course we got more of the books in the library. More of the pocket doors. That's how thick that door is. That's my hand. Those are some thick doors. That's not squared off up there. That is actually, other than that spot right there, that is all curved into the ceiling. Look at the elaborate woodwork. This beautiful serving area here. I'm guessing this is a serving area. Hold your cups, your glasses, your steins, your teapots, other necessities for dining. Oh my God. The details, no end. How about that? Just incredible. I'm really starting to think that this is, and obviously I know they open up, and yeah, there's the chances of opening the windows up. I think you actually walk right through these, as well as the porch that's right there on the side there. It looks like you walk them in, or that were there when it was open. Here's it's like a sunroom, I guess. Now, I love urban exploration. I love the ruins of locations, but to be able to see and enjoy the places as they're preserved and restored, that is incredible. That's really where it's at for me, even more so. Here's another fireplace. Again, different color tile. Woodwork. Another one of those great big mirrors, that beautiful chandelier in the background. And I'm going to show you the ceiling here in just a moment. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Look at all the stained glass. Now, would this not be a nice table to have a YouTube meter collaboration? I think so. And I wanted to tell you, I told you about the ceiling. I wanted to show you the ceiling. Get a load of this. Get a load of this. I'm gonna walk around the table, make sure we don't miss anything. All of that is where it's at. Amazing. As we head to the next doorway. And that's the exit down to the basement, because that's how you go in and out, through the basement. Here's possibly like a galley, maybe. A butler's pantry. Okay, this is the butler's pantry. Look at the size of this door. 3 fingers wide, and I have big hands. I've got big hands. 3 fingers wide, that's a big door. Look at the china that's in there. Gresham family china. This would be a kitchen area, of course. This would probably be the ice box. That'd be the freezer. That would be the fridge. You see that? Yes, that is one of the arches, even at the windows here in the kitchen. And here they would have all their storage for their cleaners and their other stuff like that. Looks like they got food prep items in there. They got some cleaners in there and stuff like that. That is so cool. I'm thinking this is a radiator cover right here. Radiator for the heat. It looks like it. Of course, this could also be a heater as well right here. I'm not sure. It's a vintage unit. And check out this stove. This is cool. Nice little table of 4. The sink. Probably washing dishes. You put them up here to dry them. And out this window here is a little garden, it looks like. It's all bordered in. As we continue into the next room, the back hall coat room, they call this area. Again, I'm not going down the stairs to the left. That takes you back to down to the basement. And over here we have, these are not open. Okay, they don't say what they are. I'm not sure what these rooms are for. They might be the people who are caretakers. But, oh, look at this. This is the stairway. Oh, I love these spiral stairways. And here's where I was from the stairs. I love that etched glass. That is beautiful. Watch your step. I'm watching all of them. Oh, look at the banister. I know a little close, so I'm right on top of it, but so nice. Oh, and check out this. More stained glass. Looks like could be a seashell or a clamshell or something like that. A little dark to be able to see through it properly, but that is really sharp looking. You can still identify it enough. Okay, we're on the second floor now. This is the bathroom that's up here. You see they have a fairly modern era toilet, porcelain bathtub, and this beautiful marble sink. I think that's marble. It looks like marble. Again, even in the bathroom, the woodwork has not been missed in detail at all. There's kind of a closet up there for some reason. I'm not sure what that is way up there, but and the opening vent window in the top of the door sill. And as we come back out here, what have we got here? That looks like an elevator button. I wonder if this is an elevator. Wouldn't that be something, huh? This looks like a closet in here. Nothing really significant in here other than the fact that the woodwork is still just as beautiful in here as it is elsewhere. Go over here to this side, try to get out some of the light. It's like I said, it's like a closet. Now, I can't get up to that one right there for the stained glass, but that is a pretty piece of stained glass right there. This is the best I can do right now because I'm over at the staircase. They have it roped off for the third level. It's probably for the caretakers and stuff, so obviously we'll respect that and not go in there. But we'll come back over here. And we got some memorabilia here. This is some of the pictures of this destruction from the, I believe, the 1900 hurricane. Yeah, it's not all burned in charts. This would be the 1900 hurricane. So a lot of the homes, not all, but a lot of the homes are probably from around the 1900 area, 1900 to 1905. This is Bishop burned. There's a third floor plan of the, they refer to as the Walter Gresham house, although it's now called Bishop's Palace. Here's some of the signage. I hope you can read that. I'm trying not to get too close to cutting the words out. Take a step back. Okay. I will pan slowly downward on each board for you. If I am going too fast, you can always stop the video to read, and I apologize in advance. That's a struggle for deep water board. This is the Lobbying for the Rivers and Harbors Act. Again, I'll pan down slowly for you. This one mentions good news for Galveston. Now, the way this one's shouted over, I may have to, I'll see about reading this one out to you because it looks like it's going to be shouted over enough to make it hard to read, so. Okay. And it reads, Galvestonians go wild. On September 19, 1890, news that Harrison signed the Rivers and Harbors Act reached the city of Galveston in a telegraph from Walter Gresham that read, quote, "The bill with provision for making a first-class harbor at Galveston has become law," end quote. After over 20 years of waiting and disappointment, Galveston burst into a gleeful celebration. Locomotives, ships, and mills all blew their steam whistles, sounding in deafening chorus. Businessmen threw their hats in the air, shooting fireworks and reveling in the streets. Citizens flocked downtown to celebrate with one another, while an improvised brass band paraded through the cities to the shouts of "Hurrah for Galveston and deep water." Mayor Fulton issued an immediate proclamation authorizing the use of cannons, guns, firecrackers, and whistles, setting aside the next day as a holiday so that the whole city could celebrate. A spontaneous holiday. All the Galveston thronged noisily through the streets, setting off firecrackers and beating drums. Churches rang their bells and businesses draped decorative bunting on their storefronts. Visitors from Houston, Austin, and Texas, invited by telegraph message, arrived at sunset for a torchlit parade down 23rd Street. An estimated 15,000 people gathered to hear speeches at the Beach Hotel after the parade. Quote, "The rich and poor nudged and pushed each other for points of outlook. The aged and the young forced their way through the surging mass. And the matron and maid elbowed. All Galveston seemed to have concentrated in one locality," end quote from the Galveston Daily News. The Deepwater Jubilee Committee. 4 days later, the mayor appointed a new committee of 25 businessmen who assembled quickly to plan the Jubilee. They announced that Galveston would host 3 events to keep the city buzzing for 6 months: a November celebration for special guests, a trades display, and Mardi Gras in February, and a Saenger Fest in April. Quote, "Galveston can advertise herself with immense results by giving the grandest demonstration that Texas or the Southwest has ever seen," end quote. William H. Sinclair served as the chairman of the committee, which was only natural considering his reputation as Galveston's greatest advocate capable of accomplishing lofty goals. Sinclair would always get things done. He settled in Galveston by the 1870s and quickly rose to prominence, becoming president of the Galveston City Railroad Company, financing the development of the Beach Hotel, and serving as postmaster. When asked if he was too busy to be chairman, he replied, quote, "Not at all. I always have time to devote to any moment which promotes so much for Galveston," end quote. Okay, and as we see here on this sign, this is actually a bedroom. This is a back hallway bedroom area. Comes with its own sink. Of course, a fireplace different than anyone else's in the house. And we have more of the boards here to check out. And this one looks like it might be shouted over a little bit too much too, so I'll read this one as well. And it's the 1891 Mardi Gras and Trades Display. A tradition renewed. Although Mardi Gras was first celebrated in a private home on the island in 1856, citywide festivities for the public started in 1871. By 1885, the carnival celebration shrunk in size, and the next year passed with only private parties to mark the occasion. For Galveston's Jubilee, the committee envisioned attracting visitors to the city by reviving old-time Mardi Gras processions, hearkening back to its former glory, combined with a trades display. Momus, king of Mardi Gras, arrived with much fanfare on Saturday evening, February 7th. His royal barge docked in the harbor, and participants paraded down 23rd Street in decorated carriages. Accompanied by torches and fireworks, the procession magically glowed as it moved through the streets to the Beach Hotel. On Monday, the Jubilee hosted a trades display decorating wagons advertising the riches, resources, and wonders of Galveston and the state of Texas. Unfortunately, a cold north wind blew into the city, bringing low temperatures and strong gusts. Despite blowing apart 2 wagons, the crowd still packed the streets to see 52 wagons parading through Galveston. The wagons advertised a range of businesses, including art supplies, bakers, importers, grocers, piano makers, vinegar and pickle canners, roofers, and representatives from every aspect of the cotton industry. McKinney, Moore and Company created the most elaborate display, transforming their wagon into a 25-foot, fully rigged ship announcing deep water in Galveston. The crowd's favorite wagon was made by Freiberg, Klein and Company, a liquor and cigar dealer whose wagon resembled a beer barrel. They handed out free beer to spectators along the parade route, celebrating the Great West. Unlike the day before, the sun on Tuesday, February 10th, shone brightly, warming the island. Crowds again packed the streets for the Mardi Gras parade of 17 specially created floats. First came King Momus enthroned on purple and golden clouds, followed by Galveston, Queen of the Sea, portrayed by Sally Trueheart. She sat in a jewel-encrusted, shell-shaped chariot pulled by glittering dolphins. These were followed by floats representing each western state that benefited from Galveston's deep-water harbor. The final float depicted the United States complete with a Capitol Dome, Lady Liberty, and firing cannons. After the parade, over 4,000 people attended the Mardi Gras ball. Since there was no venue large enough to hold the crowd, the committee hosted 2 balls at the same time, one at Harmony Hall and one at Cotton Exchange. At 11 o'clock, Momus arrived first at Harmony Hall for a ceremony presenting his royal court. He and Queen Trueheart opened the dance floor before a carriage whisked the court away to the Cotton Exchange, where they repeated the ceremony. At both venues, there was a waltz only for those guests wearing masks, followed by dancing long into the night. At Siengerfest, which joins the Jubilee, it literally translating to Singer Festival, was a statewide series of concerts by German singing groups. At the end of the 17th Sangerfest held in Austin, the association selected Galveston to host the next biannual event in 1891, electing Julius Runge as president of the executive committee. When the committee started planning the Jubilee in September, they considered Sangerfest, which was already on the books for April, as the anchor event. Even if the November celebration and Mardi Gras were unsuccessful, they could at least count on 3 to 6,000 visitors for Siengerfest. With Julius Runge serving as a Jubilee committee, cooperation between the 2 groups ran smoothly. To fund the concerts, managers sold Sangerfest shares at $10 apiece, rewarding purchasers with 2 free tickets per concert. Unfortunately, by February 1891, they had not sold many shares, since Galveston citizens had already donated liberally to other Jubilee events. To encourage sales, a local choir hosted a concert to inspire Galveston. It worked. The concert piqued Galveston's appetite for musical programs and spurred fundraising. The Siengerfest Hall, expecting to host 3,000 people at each performance, Galveston needed a bigger concert hall. The committee converted the old Taylor Cotton Compress Yard at 31st and Market Street into an auditorium. Noted architect Alfred Moeller chaired the committee on building and decoration to oversee its redesign. The interior was hardly recognizable as a warehouse by the time he finished it. It seated 2,400 people with extra standing room and opera boxes, a shell-shaped ceiling to help acoustics, and a stage on the west end capable of holding 500 singers. Decorators draped the halls with bunting, evergreen bows, flags, and portraits of well-known German composers. 3 days of concerts. 17 different singing societies performed by Siengerfest. During the day, the visiting singers toured the city, feasted on oysters, drank beer, took boat excursions, and banqueted. In the evening, thousands packed the Siengerfest Ball to listen to the sweet melodies of Mozart, Mendelssohn, Wagner, and Schumann.
The program featured overtures by a 43-person orchestra, songs by individual singing societies, and solo pieces. Mrs. Mayo Rhodes from St. Louis received top billing as the most polished and practical soloist, but a young woman named Emily Garrison received special notice and a storm of applause for her rich alto voice. After the Seiengerfest, 20-year-old Garrison toured Germany to much success. Soon after, she married a fellow voice teacher and they moved to Michigan, where she continued singing and taught music lessons. You know, these other ones being easier to read, I'm just going to pan down on them. I'll go so as I can so people can read them, and if you need to stop the video to see them all, go ahead. And then Daily Life in the 1890s. Very interesting stuff. We go into the next room, which is a bathroom. It's a 3-piece bathroom with a claw tub. Look at that. Is that amazing or what? And look at this beautiful sink. Look at the sink. I'm not sure what that material is. I don't know if it's granite or whatnot, but that is a beautiful sink. And look at the tile on the walls. The old style toilet. This would probably be a closet of some sort. Here we have one of the main bedrooms here on the second floor. Beautiful sink here for getting ready for the morning. This was Mrs. Gresham's bedroom, bathroom, and Gresham children. Okay, so that was her bathroom. This is her bed. You get a full shot of it for you here, and then literally back up against the wall, pan upward. And I think that's cool. Check out this dresser. Panning downward. Intricate details. Yeah, family portrait as well. Right up bouncing. Like I said before, I'm convinced that these windows here, they open up so you can walk out here on this balcony, because this is how tall the top of the window is.
I'm standing straight up, and the top of that is just above my eyes and above my earlobe. Give you an idea how tall these windows are. I'm 6'2", by the way. And of course, Mrs. Gresham had her own fireplace, like pretty much every other room in the house does. And here is the lovely Mrs. Gresham right here. Look at the flowers painted on the ceiling where it arches up in from the wall to the ceiling above the crown molding. So well detailed too, especially for the time. I mean, we're talking, this stuff was probably done around 1890s, approximately, give or take. And of course, we can't forget the stained glass. I mean, the stained glass in this place is incredible. Absolutely beautiful. And over here, we can't forget over here, this one as well. This is what it's at. Where it's at, I'm telling you. As we head over to the next bedroom, with its walkway windows and this beautiful blue tiled fireplace in this room. This is Mr. Gresham's room. It's like something that he must have held dear that he wanted to have preserved. That beautiful clock. Again, the stained glass. This incredible chandelier. Look at this. Amazing. The mirror in his dresser. And check out his bed. He didn't go without any details either. I'll tell you what. That is insane. And looks comfortable as all get out too. That looks very comfortable. I believe that's either Mr. Gresham or one of his boys. I think it's Mr. Gresham himself. Over here, I believe a painting of Mrs. Gresham. And a sitting area over here by the windows. And push button lights. And this is a view out of his bedroom looking over Broadway and 14th right there. Amazing. You would have to be able to go through these windows in order to get out here. I mean, there's no reason why they would set that up there like that to not be able to walk on that.
Seriously. Nice looking rocking chair. There's two of them, in fact. And of course, the stained glass windows along with this gorgeous chandelier. And for all you paranormal junkies out there, it is said that just like Moody Mansion, this place is haunted. Check out the archway. I did Moody Mansion 2 weeks ago, and I'm doing this one today. And they are two of the top 5 of Galveston's most haunted locations. I also did a video of the ruins of a former pirate, and that too is also in that top 5. So as of right now, at the uploading of this video, I will have had done 3 of the top 5 haunted locations in Galveston, Texas. Oh, check out the furniture in here. Now, obviously, they have straps on. They don't want people sitting on them because of how old they are, and it's totally understandable. And the place does have some modern conveniences of air conditioning, but as a whole, the house itself has been predominantly original. Another view. House across the street there. There's a nice close-up of the stained glass. Matching over here. And up through the archway. Check out the ceiling. See all the details in the ceiling itself. Some beautiful paintings. Looks like she's milking a cow. And this one here. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, wait. What we got in here? We'll check those out here in a minute, but we gotta look in here first. This is like an altar. A chapel, rather, excuse me, chapel. How about that, huh? What a beautiful stained glass window. And there's stained glass, there's paintings, a fireplace, kneeling altars for the chapel. This may have been Father Berkey, I think. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't see any placards that mention that. Some smaller pictures. Good Lord. Look at that. And this room is probably going to be getting ready to be renovated soon because there is some damage, possibly water damage. But, and paint peeling and stuff like that. So I'm sure that'll be addressed soon. But here's some more beautiful stained glass windows. St. Johannes, excuse me. And this is St. Lucas. St. Paulus. St. Petrus. St. Marcus. And St. Matthias. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If I made any mispronunciations, I apologize. This appears to be the area where they prepared. This might have been where they would dip the water when they do baptism. In here, possibly. I'm not definite, but that's a guess. And there's even upper level stained glass. It's cramped in here, so I gotta do the best I can with this. And again, more paintings and detail work. This woodwork. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. This looks like where they might have their hymns stored for the week and have them ready to go for services as necessary. And of course we have a bunch of small photos. There you go. This beautiful painting right here. And I will say this right now, I do feel like I'm being watched. And not by cameras either. You guys look like they're turning in your direction, they do, but I don't have fear because of the fact that I firmly believe that there is, if there is anything here, it isn't positive and not negative. And here's a picture of Christ hanging on the cross. Back up a little bit. I like to say that it would be nice if they had some more lights in here, but it takes away from the originality of the room, and therefore I'm glad they don't. It's like a closet of some sort. You see back out in there. I don't think I saw that bedroom yet, but we'll double check. I'd rather see something twice than miss something. The monstrance. Beautiful. Oh, look at this archway here. That is an archway. Man, this place is incredible. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. You feel like you're at a cross between a castle and a church. And it is not a bad thing either way. This place is absolutely magnificent. Love to see some more light go through that stained glass there and up there, but nevertheless, that is absolutely gorgeous. There's something glistening from the inside there. Let's see if we can have a look-see, because my curiosity is getting the best of me. I don't remember if I've been through here or not. Yeah, I have been. Here's another view of that stained glass window from this side here. Again, I can't get up there because we can't, the third floor is off limits right now. Whether it's for renovation or because of the people the caretakers. That I'm not sure, but nevertheless. And here's another view of this one here. And from here, we're now at the grand staircase. Oh, check out this beautiful chair. I didn't even see this at first. I came in from a different direction. To all who have resided here, I thank you for inviting us in your beautiful home. Oh, look at that. Now, most of these are about the same, so I'll just show you this one because it's safe, the safest one to go to. But, and check out this staircase. It just doesn't get any better than this. Need a skylight. Amazing. There we go. Right angle there, and you can see all the details up in there even. How in the world they got up there to do all that, it's beyond me. That is just incredible. If I had the finances to do so, yeah, I'd move in immediately. I would love to call this place my own. Nobody in their right mind would pass this place up. Again, more of that outdoor artwork. Beautiful woodwork. The architects and designers in here did not miss a trick. Not a one. All right. I believe that's everything, folks. Now that you got some more outdoor shots of this place. Okay, what I thought was an elevator is actually a dumbwaiter. Here's the sign that tells me what it was. Now that one's on me. Now I'm going to give you some outside shots of the place as we walk around it. And needless to say, this place is huge. Look at the stonework. Pretty much every one of those, on the other side of those windows. Check out this seating area out here, huh? Amazing. We'll go around front and we're going to go up on the porch and get a view from up there. Wouldn't it be neat to be able to stand up here just to walk through those windows and come up there and stand into these balconies here? You can, they look like you can stand in those balconies up there as well. Now if you come to Bishop's Palace, you'll see these two ornaments here that greet you, and you simply come down and you'll hit those two red doors right there. That's the basement and the gift shop area and the entrance area. That's where you'd pay your fee. It's $15 for adults. I think kids were $10, and under a certain age it's free, if I remember correctly. Sorry about the bouncing around, guys. I want to be able to get a good shot of this for you. It's built 1886 to 1893, this place. Got its historical medallion, 1900 storm survivor medal. And look at these pillars. Let me back up a little bit, or go up the stairs a little bit, you can get a better view. And we have the railing, this beautiful black railing, and the stonework. And that even curves. Look at how big these doors are. And that matter, the archway. That beautiful bench right there. And I said it before, I'll say it again, they did not leave any details out on this place. Not at all. Oh boy. Both sides of the doors they have that. Concrete benches. This whole thing is curved. It's not squared off, it is rounded. They did it right. There's the sunroom, I like to call it. And we get out of the way of the bees. So, some bees notwithstanding over by the sunroom that I was just showing you on the porch here. This is a great tour. Beautiful location. Victorian homes are my favorite of all kind of homes, and this place at 19,000 square feet plus is absolutely enormous, and you're not going to find anything like this nowadays being built. It's homes like this you got to preserve and save from demolition and decay. As they continue to restore this place, I showed you the chapel where they had some stuff they needed to repair. I'm sure that's going to be in the process of being taken care of. They're probably getting the proper materials to do it the right way, so it's done right the first time. And I'm sure it'll look like brand new, or at least to original, once they get done with it. But Bishop's Palace, formerly Gresham Castle. Wonderful location. You felt presences. You felt a positive vibe. And I love this house. It's absolutely gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And we will catch you in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.